Harvard University and Antigua agree on a program of cooperation in acknowledgement of the university's relationship with slavery. And in sports, Sri Lanka hand West Indies a second defeat in the Under-19 Tri-Nations Series. I'm Ricardo Robertson. This is Caribbean in 10 for Wednesday, December 11th. I'll be back with the details after the break.
We've got a huge fan base. They're all into the off-road racers, and a lot of the people that I race against also race in the Baja racing. So it's a very easy transition. And we worked on this barrel roll. It's basically taking a Baja-style truck and spinning it in the air, 4,500-pound truck, spinning it in the air and landing it on the ground. Nobody's ever done that before. Yeah, we worked on that for 4 years, and we decided to roll it out down at Ensenada, and it was really well received.
Ain't gonna stop, I'ma kill you, I ain't getting pop. You talking about you happy, you talking about you king and the only thing you king is how you standing there, you ain't body.
I this me and your brain fly, you me know, you me say me catch you play that me know with your friend, them kill you and gunshot bend them like a cure, really.
As usual, Spartan King is confident already in the arena, so his style and the way he brings off his lyrics is flawless.
Antigua's Prime Minister Gaston Brown says the president of Harvard University, Dr. Lawrence Bacow, has responded to his advocacy for a program of cooperation with the Five Islands campus of the University of the West Indies. Brown said in a statement that Bacow has indicated Harvard's willingness to work out cooperation arrangements that would benefit the Five Islands campus. He added that this is in acknowledgement of Harvard's university's historical relationship with slavery, particularly confronting past injustices and their legacies. It also said Harvard Law School was founded on an endowment back in 1815 that was funded from slavery on the Royals plantation on Antigua. Preliminary discussions to establish a framework for cooperation will be held in January after the university's break for the Christmas season. Some churches in the Bahamas are being accused of harboring illegal immigrants. Director of Immigration Clarence Russell says his department has credible intelligence that these places of worship and other shelters are being used as safe havens for undocumented migrants. And he warned in an interview with Eyewitness News that when authorities move in to detain those who don't have a right to be in the country, anyone found harboring them will also face consequences.
The shelters, that is the authorized, registered shelters, have not been touched. But there are some churches and some other places that are undocumented shelters where we understand that persons are being accommodated. We want to send a stern warning to the persons who are harboring those persons. Deliberately I say harboring because harboring of illegals is a criminal offense, punishable by law. And if we find that there are persons, irrespective of where you are harboring them, that you are in fact involved in such a criminal act, you will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law.
Jamaica's House of Representatives last night approved resolutions extending the life of 3 current states of emergency, SOEs, and the 2 zones of special operations, ZOSOs, for 1 month. The SOEs affected are the St. Andrew South Police Division, the tri-parish coverage of Hanover, St. James and Westmoreland, and the bi-parish coverage of Clarendon and St. Catherine. The government opened debates last week expecting opposition support for the 2 ZOSOs, Dedham Town in Kingston and Mount Salem in St. James, to be extended by another 60 days and the SOEs by another 90 days. But the opposition said yesterday it would only agree to the 30-day extensions. Opposition leader Dr. Peter Phillips noted that despite the states of emergency, there were 27 more murders up to December 7th than for the similar period last year. And he said the strategy has not yielded consistent results.
In St. Catherine North, which has a state of emergency, their murders are 9%, 9.7% down over last year. In St. Catherine South, which also has a state of emergency, murders are 25% up. Both were declared at the same time. Hanover, Westmoreland down. St. Andrew South is up by 13%. In other critical parishes where there is no state of emergency, murders are also up.
Dr. Phillips argued that resources were not being deployed efficiently.
Having some youth sit down in a hill at a roadside and call it a checkpoint and then fall asleep, as one social media video that is circulating has shown, is a waste of those resources, because they are in communities where no real violence is taking place, and they could be used better in the hot spots that you have identified.
And stay with us, your Midday Sport is next.
There's people that have lived here in Wahiawa all their life. They cross the bridge every day. They have no clue that there's a lake here, much less how great the fishing is.
That blows my mind away. Being able to have the opportunity to go saltwater fishing, that's a given, and then go freshwater fishing for peacock bass, which is a unique species of fish. Gotta tell you, that's pretty cool.
Oh my, there you go.
Whoa, there you go.
Advancing our development agenda through innovation, industry, and investment. That was the theme for the Tobago Economic and Business Outlook Conference 2019. This year's conference examined solutions for some of Tobago's most pressing economic challenges and provided an update on the island's development agenda.
We chose this theme because we firmly believe that innovation, investment, and industry are integral to advancing our island's development.
Left-hander Sanal Danusha displayed nerves of steel to deny a strong West Indies comeback as Sri Lanka dealt the hosts their second straight loss of the Under-19 Tri-Nations series on Tuesday. In a nerve-jangling end to a dramatic run chase, Danusha swept a full-length delivery from off-spinner Matthew Patrick to fine leg for a single to lift his side past their target of 138 of the first ball of the 41st over at the Vivian Richards Cricket Stadium. West Indies had only themselves to blame after they were held to 137 for 9 of their 50 overs in an unflattering batting effort. Now sent in, they crumbled to 67 for 7 in the 34th over and needed middle-order batsman Kevlon Anderson's top score of 43 to rescue some pride. Now crucially, Danusha anchored an invaluable unbroken 37-run last wicket stand with Amshi De Silva, which frustrated the host. He had earlier also featured in a 31-run 7th wicket partnership with captain Naipun Dhananjaya, who struck 31 of 45 deliveries with 3 fours. Left-arm seamer Ramon Simmons led the West Indies fight back with 3 for 31, while pacers Jaden Seals and Naeem Young finished with 2 wickets apiece. And 7-time champion Patrick Husbands may have ridden his last race of this year's Woodbine campaign after announcing Sunday that he may undergo surgery this week. The 46-year-old sustained a broken pelvis in a fall last year in November when he was unseated by 3-year-old filly Islay Inlay in the parade ring and was forced to undergo 2 surgeries. That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Until then, good afternoon.